Particularly in a distance learning environment in which teachers are not physically available to support students' variable needs in person, it is vital that we increase access for all students through multiple means of representation. This can include multimedia content such as text sets, videos, photographs, fine art, and audio recordings. Google Keep provides a space for students to notate central ideas and details from these varied multimedia sources, to demonstrate comprehension, and to document understanding to be used in the writing process. And best of all, Google Keep integrates with many other Google apps. So we talked about the need to have multimedia sources and to have students show their comprehension and document their thinking about central ideas and details within those sources. So this is, for example, some multimedia sources that a teacher has found regarding the westward expansion. You'll see these are primary sources. There are some images, some texts, some audio, and video. And so it's important that students pull information from this and show their teachers that they are understanding and comprehending some central ideas and details from this. So what students can do once they access this place, wherever the teacher puts all of these multimedia sources, is they can go to what's called up here on this window on the right, keep.google.com. Once they're at keep.google.com, they can go ahead and start taking some notes. So we'll click Take Note. Perhaps we want to call this Westward Expansion, and Google Keep Notes are searchable, which makes it very simple to find again. And let's say image number 1. I like to use the check boxes here. If you're familiar with boxes and bullets, that is a great way to mimic boxes and bullets, so to speak. So perhaps in this image, I am looking at the image on the left here, and I notice that there are pioneers fanning a fire. I'm seeing that they seem stressed and hurried. And perhaps that's my note for source 1. And now perhaps I scroll down a bit and I see a text here. This is Bones Hooks. So I take a note. Again, this is Westward Expansion. And Bones Hooks is the source that I'm looking at here. Again, I'm going to use checkboxes. And then perhaps this talks about a cowboy. So there were cowboys in the Westward Expansion, and perhaps also in this text, it talks about how those that died on the trail were treated. And so there were no funerals, for example, for those that died. And so now, just to show you as well, if I check this box accidentally, it will be checked off, but I can check it again like this, which can be helpful as students are using these sources to write an informational or argumentative writing piece. What I'm going to do now is go back to Google Classroom as the student, because my teacher had made an assignment asking me to share my notes. It says submit your notes regarding central ideas and details from the primary sources, and then those will turn into an informational writing piece about a theme that I saw. So I'm going to click Add or Create as a student, and I'm going to create a doc, because what is great about Google Keep is it integrates beautifully with both Google Docs and Google Slides. Here is my Google Doc that is attached to the Google Classroom assignment, making it simple for my teacher to see. I'm going to look at this Keep logo on the right, click the Google Keep logo, and I will see my notes. I can click and drag them over so that my teacher is able to see the notes that I made and check my comprehension. I can also see here, look at all my notes and decide, I'm seeing that there were some hardships with the Western Expansion, and perhaps that's what I will use eventually to write my informational piece. As you can see, Google Keep is a great way to document understanding of multimedia text, and I certainly encourage you to use that with your students.